Alright guys, so we're here at Reefapalooza showing off what we announced at MACNA in Denver this year. The one big product that we announced was the DOSE fluid metering system. It's our flagship product for dosing any type of fluid into your marine aquarium, and also for doing things like a continuous water change, which is really becoming more and more popular as opposed to changing large amounts of water in your aquarium once a week or once every 2 weeks, just doing it continuously. Now, of course, there's lots of different dosing pumps that you've seen out on the market, so we didn't want to just do something like everybody else did. We actually spent a lot of time working on exactly what pump we were going to put into the DOSE. One of the things people don't realize, I think, just reach back here into my props, is that the dosing pumps that are currently out on the market, nearly every one of them uses a dosing pump that has a motor that's a DC, kind of a toy-like motor, something you'd find in your kid's toy. In addition, they've got very kind of toy-like pump heads, not very strong. The highest end pump out on the market right now is from Vertex. They have this unit that also has a DC pump on it, DC motor, brushed, not exactly what we would consider the best and highest quality that you can use. As a comparison, this is the pump and the motor that we use in the DOSE. Biggest difference is it uses a stepper motor, which is, it's completely accurate down to 1/10 of a milliliter. So when you're doing anything from a continuous water change to dosing vodka to dosing calcium or alkalinity, you're going to get an exact amount. It also has a very large pump head, which means that the pump tubing is not going to get crimped and wear out prematurely. The pump tubing itself is a much larger diameter, so you don't get clogging from calcification or things like that. Has a crimp, very tight sealed type of connector on it, so that you're not sucking air or pumping and leaking and whatnot, as opposed to just having a little adapter nipple kind of a thing. So putting these pumps into a product, it was key to us to have the highest quality we possibly could for our consumer base. So what you're seeing here is Apex Fusion, our cloud service that basically connects up to your Apex. But what's really cool is that the DOSE interface is right here on Apex Fusion, showing you for both pumps how much it has dosed into your system or pulled out of your system in a continuous water change mode over the course of time. You can also see the dual dose reservoir there, which shows you the current fluid level in that particular device. They are two of them in one, so you can dose calcium and alkalinity, or you can do a continuous water change, obviously in and out. You do obviously require having an Apex to plug it into, either with the existing Aquabus or with a future connection that we have called the OneLink. This particular system obviously integrates into the dashboard on the Apex as well. And we've got a companion product that will be releasing soon after the DOSE that's called the Dual Dose Reservoir. And that holds your two fluids, so you can hold your calcium and your alkalinity in there, or any other fluids that you like. And they have optical sensors that are attached to the DOSE unit, such that it can tell you as soon as you run low and you have maybe a few days or a day left of calcium or alkalinity left in those units. Each one of those cylinders holds 2 liters. For most aquariums, that's going to be 2 or 3 weeks at least of fluid for them to dose into their system. So what we're showing here also today at Reefapalooza is something we announced at MACNA in Denver as well, which is a new flow-making pump for your aquarium that we call the Wave. It's a DC pump, and in that way it's, I mean, like many pumps out there on the market, but we've done quite a few innovative things with this particular pump. First of all, the size of the pump is very small for the amount of flow that it puts out. We're seeing the range in the mid 3,000s and up on the flow as far as gallons per hour on this pump. It connects up with one simple, very thin wire that is super thin that that communicates both to the pump, gets back information from the pump, and powers the pump all in that one cable. That's how on the interface you're able to see the telemetry, like the temperature inside the pump, what the RPM is. You'll know whether or not it's gotten stalled. You also will see the historical flow for that pump. We actually created a parameter for flow, so now you can compare both historically as well as with your friends what the flow is in your tank if they have the same product. So the pump is very small, very compact up against the glass, But one of the other really cool things is that you'd like to be able to point a pump usually, so that you can point it a little bit up towards the top or mount it actually in the back of your tank so it's not occluding the view of your tank, and bounce it off the glass or push it wherever you want in the tank. And we've got a very innovative articulating mount on this wave pump. The magnet works on 3/4 inch glass, so that's nearly all aquariums that are going to be that it could be used on. You obviously can have many different modes in Apex Fusion that you can run the pumps. You can run them, mirroring each other. You can run them, in different modes from each other. It's definitely an incredible new pump that we'll have. It'll be coming next year, and it's one wire, the one link that it connects to on your Apex. So there'll be a module called the One Link module. You'll be able to plug 3 of these into, or other future Neptune Systems devices that you'll be able to plug into that module.